you know, not make one or two roaches or drones, and then start producing the needed roaches you need to hold off the timing attack.
All right.
So that's why this build's kind of pretty safe like that.
Roach speed, +1.
Yep. Roach speed, overseer, and +1. Overseer is very important because this is kind of like your safety net.
Okay.
It's going to let you know that they're not going Spire Tech. It's going to delay their own timing attack to help improve yours.
And when do I stop droning?
Right at layer.
Okay.
So right at layer you should be around 42 supply, 44 supply. And then you're just going to start making roaches after all your upgrades are completed. Now, it's really important that you start scouting out their overseer positioning to help kind of deal more damage to it later on. You want to try and prevent that overseer from, being able to contaminate at all if possible.
Okay.
But at the same time, you want to try and be a little tricky with your own overseer. If you came in from the left side at one time, you might want to adjust around and go to the right side. Yeah, perfect.
So my when was this push timing?
As all 3 upgrades finish.
Okay.
And you have burrow and you have an overseer to scout for their burrow.
Burrow is what I forgot. See, I don't even really want to engage that.
Yeah, it's pretty even. If you can see it there, it's even like that. It's no big deal. Just go ahead, expand, because I wouldn't be able to pressure you either. And then just play the game from there.
Alright. I would imagine you're probably going to pull ahead with better injects at this point. Did you get a second overseer?
Yep. Yeah, it's kind of a good thing to do. If you start having some extra gas, like if we keep contaminating each other's hatcheries, you're not really going to have, the resources to kind of spend all of it. You might as well just go ahead, get a second overseer, and try and delay them some more.
Okay. Now I get run over.
That was good.
Yeah, I'm behind in drones, so. Such a bad feeling when you know you're behind in drones.
Yep.
GG.
Oh. Oh, that was still very, very good. Let me go ahead and watch that replay really fast just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Well, I mean, all our timings finished at the exact same time, which is, you know, exactly what you're looking for. And just let me see the drone count, though.
What happened was my second queen was really late, and also your contaminates were really good, and I just never really went back to droning after I started making roaches. So.
Oh, I see. Yeah, as your expansion comes up, you want to kind of trickle in a few. You know, it's a double-edged sword. Eventually, if they don't attack and you make a few drones, you can, you know, you'll be starting to be ahead. But, you know, at first it's going to punish you a little bit. It kind of leaves yourself open.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just put in a few drones, there's not a whole lot they can really do to punish you due to just the distance between bases.
Alright.
Huh, you're actually ahead of me. Yeah, I just had one more drone that game.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that makes me feel bad.
Oh, actually, you overdroned a little bit.
Really?
Well, you droned right during that last attack. That's all it really was.
Yeah, I built like 4 drones when you pushed.
Yeah. You had a 6 drone lead on me, but I had a few more roaches.
Oh, that's cool to hear. Makes the game sound closer than it was.
It was close, man.
What was the difference in the roach numbers? I felt like you had 30 more roaches than me.
No, I maybe had 5 more than you. That was it.
Oh.
But each roach, you know, kind of makes a big deal.
Yeah, it's just like PvP in Brood War.
Yep.
One zealot makes a 20-unit difference.
Yep. Alright, well, let's do that one more time just to kind of get it down, and then I'll show you the Speedling Baneling opening, which is probably going to be much more standard for you.
Good luck, have fun, GG.
And yeah, if the game's really close like that, and neither of us really did any, you know, got any sort of a big advantage early on, you really kind of want to delay your infestor tech like you did. So, did that part exactly right.
I did that on accident.
Oh, no, it's fine. That's exactly how you want to do it.
It's like I wanted to make it, but I just couldn't afford it, so I never did.
Yep.
So I got a lot of people on the stream saying that 7 pool and 8 pool are really good because they transition pretty smoothly into a normal mid game. Do you have a response to that?
Yeah, no, it's definitely a build that you want to mix in to counter sort of hatch first builds, but I wouldn't recommend it as like a standard build. If your opponent does do some sort of like this build, like a 14 pool roach opening, and you know you don't deal the necessary damage you need to do early on, you know it puts a lot of pressure on you to be able to micro properly. You have to deal damage while they just kind of get to be passive, sit back and deal with your attack. A good example of that would be me against Cats at MLG. I just did the same standard roach opening. He went 8 pool, and just from travel time alone, it was too much for him to really try to, you know, get that needed advantage early on. You know, drone or Zerglings can only do so much when there's like 14 or 15 drones.
Yeah.
And then once I get Zerglings out, not a whole lot you can really do, and then I have a 5 or 6 drone advantage.
Now, what about the players that like to mix in a spine crawler or 2? That's a little more all in, isn't it?
Yeah. Spine crawler openings, if you catch them early enough, you can take down the spine crawler pretty quick with 5 drones. But, you know, it still just adds a different aspect to it.
Okay. Personally, I'm not too fond of builds like that.
Yeah, me either. I'll mix them in once in a while against a player that I know does, you know, a particular build, or is kind of like a greedier Zerg player, like myself, or Brett. I'll mix them in, but I would never, you know, do it a third of my games or something.
Right. I will only mix them in when I'm on full tilt.
Yep.
Wow, your Roach Warren is done well before mine.
Now, if you scout and you see that they are going roaches like this, you can cut, like this early on, you can cut a little bit of an advantage if you'd like. Maybe make 4 or 5 roaches instead of 6.
And go back to droning.
Yeah.
So, layer starts now?
Yep. Layer, and the second gas.
And an Evo chamber.
And then just start, yeah, Evo chamber, and then just start droning.
And how does it work out? When do I want to start +1 attack? Just as soon as the Evo chamber
As soon as the Evo chamber's done, yeah.
Okay.
+1 attack takes longer than the other 2 upgrades, so
Right.
you time them right, they should all finish at around the exact same time. Burrow's the fastest, so you always want to go +1 attack, roach speed, then burrow.
Alright. That's what I wanted to know. So layer's done, so I'm probably going to stop
Yep.
droning.
Yep, stop droning. Overseer, roach speed.
Overseer before or after burrow?
Before. You want to get your overseer immediately as the
Okay.
yeah, as the layer finishes.
Well, I'm going to make 3 more drones, just because.
Yep. And if you see their roach count like this, and you can, you know, scout it properly, it's really not any sort of a big risk. Once again, the major turning point is once roach speed finishes, then you really got to start being careful. But until then, you're fine to just try and gain little advantages like that if
Okay.
possible.
You did not see that.